I think that's a noble thing that these bicycle people are doing for the veterans. It was my first night back from Vietnam. I didn't know what to do. My thoughts were on the ones who died for the red, white, and blue. We did our best to keep Old Glory waving proud and strong. It's a long way to Vietnam, and a longer way back home. See that blind man on the corner with a cup in his hand? He gave his sight and he lost his leg to the war in Vietnam. Many of us still live through the pain we've been through, though we never got the honor and respect that we were due. We're proud we did our part in Vietnam, through the slogans and the protests that degraded Uncle Sam. America's sons and daughters bravely stood alone. Those of us who stood the test found no welcome home. We saw our brothers blown to hell, our friends dead at our feet. We laid our lives on the line, but victory wasn't sweet. We came home to indifference, a nation turned away. But Old Glory still waves, and we're still here today. We're proud we did our part in Vietnam, through the protests and the slogans that degraded Uncle Sam. America's sons and daughters bravely stood alone. Those of us who made it through found no welcome home. So here's to those who fought and died to keep America strong. Here's to those who made it through and found no welcome home. We're proud of our veterans, men and women so brave. They fought for our country to keep Old Glory away. They fought to outdo tyrants, despots, that would take away our glory and our freedom today. They were the marksmen who plowed the land. They reaped the grain and worked the farm by hand. They worked in shops and punched the clocks. They graduated from school who lived down the block. They shouldered their rifles and answered their call. These brave men and women ready to give their all, so that we at home could be free to pursue the right to live in liberty that we always knew. The valiant mothers who hid the pain as they said goodbye, to sons and daughters as they held back the tears in their eyes. The fathers who stood with pride and watched them go away. They are the ones who gave us the veterans we honor today. The veterans deserve the honor and respect that is due. Many still live with the pain and the terror they've been through. It is because of the veteran we have our liberty. For old glory waves proudly o'er the land of the free.
Right now, we're going to have a talk by Patrick Ziegler. He's from Rochester, Minnesota, and he's going to tell a story. So let's listen. Thank you. Thank you, Larry. Good job.
Hey everybody. Hey, thanks a lot for being here, and I really appreciate everything that everybody's put into this with Oliver and a couple people out in Montana and everything, and then you got John Warden, who's the president of Ride to Recovery, and he's got about 24 people behind him, and this is just really great. I'm just here to say a couple words about them. And first of all, I'll tell you my story. I joined the Army in 2005 as a scout, and went to Iraq twice, and I lost a lot of good friends in 2007. It was pretty bad, but then in 2009 I came back for my second tour, and I was sitting at Fort Hood in the waiting room when Nadal Hassan stood up and started shooting people. And I was shot 4 times. One of the bullets went in the side of my head, and the other 3 were in the left side of my body, but one of them went through my left arm, and I guess it never healed right or something, because the other month I was playing with my little boy and I slapped it against the metal railing and it broke in half, so still working on fixing that one. But anyways, it's been 5 or 6 years now. 6 years in November is the anniversary, and I've just been working really hard to get better and take care of my family. And one of the best ways that I've been able to recover is physical therapy. And way back in 2010, I was brought to Rochester, Minnesota. I was in a coma on a medevac flight, on a stretcher, and spent that year recovering and getting to know the people of the city and all the Legion members, BFW, everybody. They're all my friends for life now. And that next January, I was finally out of the hospital, and I was able to ride my custom-made tricycle from Ride to Recovery into town. After riding about 60 miles through the state, we were able to do a lot of good stuff on that trip. And ever since then, I've been using my bike, both my ride bike, my road bike, and my stationary bike that they built for me, to train and keep my legs strong so I can walk around. I don't use a cane anymore, and I don't plan on using one for another 20 years. So I just want to thank everybody who's here and donating a little bit of money to these kids who are just amazing, raising this money for R2R. You got guys that are veterans that have sacrificed a lot more than me. You got guys that can't see, using hand pedals to ride their bikes, 100 miles a day. Unbelievable. And this is all for a really good cause. With the 4th of July coming up, everybody should keep in mind how come we're able to celebrate that holiday, and people like Larry make sure that our country is strong, so that hopefully everybody's scared enough of us that they don't try anything. But if they do, we got plenty of people to stand up and kick some butt, American style. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. Happy 4th of July.
I'd sure like to thank our veterans for everything they've done. We've got the 4th of July coming up, and Pastor Schultz one time talked about the 3 words in the 4th of July we should be aware of, celebrate, meditate, and dedicate. Celebrate the fact that we've got this great thing called freedom that we can enjoy thanks to a lot of the veterans in the past and the veterans that are here that have fought for us to keep this, and the veterans in the future that will keep fighting for us. Meditate. Be thankful you're here. We don't have any control over where we're born. So we're just lucky we were born in this great country and not someplace else. And then dedicate. Dedicate yourself to be a better citizen, to make this country just maybe a little bit better, no matter how much or how little you can do to help it out. So just remember, celebrate, meditate, dedicate. All of the loved ones we've known yesterday, gone home, gone home. The songbird that sings in the dell seems to say, gone home, gone home. They join that heavenly fold. They're walking the streets of pure gold. They're called one by one when their work here is done. Gone home, gone home. Life is lonely since they've gone before. Gone home, gone home. The old weeping willow that stands by the door sadly sighs. Gone home. They join that heavenly fold. They're walking the streets of pure gold. They're called one by one when their work here is done. Gone home, gone home. When the trumpet shall sound on that great judgment day, gone home, gone home. We'll meet our loved ones who've since gone their way, gone home, gone home. They join that heavenly fold. They're walking the streets of pure gold. They're called one by one when their work here is done. Gone home, gone home. We talk about patriotism, and it's not really taught anymore. I grew up in the 50s, went to a country school, and the first thing we did every day was said the Pledge of Allegiance. I see Bob Flatton sitting back there. I think, Bob, you and I maybe held that flag a time or two. Yeah, and it was two students were assigned every week to take care of the flag. So we got to do it a few times during the year. And you would take it off the shelf, and you would unfold it. You didn't let it touch the floor. And we held it up, and everybody said the Pledge of Allegiance. We folded it back up again. There was silence while we folded it back up. We took it outside. There again, one person lifted it up. The other one did not let it touch the ground. We raised it up. at the end of the day, we, same two students did the same thing, went down. And at school, you know, we weren't supposed to get out of our seat unless maybe we had our class was called or we had to go get a book at the library or something, except for the two people that were in charge of that flag. If it started to rain, they would make a beeline out there. Bring that flag down, fold it up, put it on the shelf. One time somebody said to the teacher, "Why do we take that flag down when it rains?" And she said, "You'd never leave your mother hang out in the rain, would you?" I walked through a country courtyard square. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse, it's kind of run down." He said, "No, it'll do for our little town." And I said, "That flagpole, it leans a little bit." "That's a ragged old flag you got hanging from it." He said, "Have a seat," and I sat down. He said, "Is this the first time you've been in our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "Well, I hate to brag, but we're mighty proud of that ragged old flag. You see that little hole it's got down there? That's from Washington. Took her across the Delaware. It got powder burns, and I, Francis Scott Key, was watching her and writing, 'Oh, say, can you see?' It got a little tear down in New Orleans when Pakenham and Jackson was tugging at its seams. She almost fell at the Alamo alongside the Texas flag, but she waved down low. She got cut with a sword in Chancellorsville. She got cut once again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg. And that south wind blew hard on that old ragged flag. In Flanders Field in World War I, she took a big hole from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung a long limp before that one was through. She's been to Korea, Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. She's waved proud from the ships on the briny foam. Back here, folks aren't waving her much at home. In the land that she loves, she's been abused, she's been burned, defiled, dishonored, and refused. And the government for which she stands has been scandalized throughout the land. Yeah, she's getting threadbare. She's wearing mighty thin. But she's in good shape for the shape she's in. And though she's been through the fire before, I know she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning. We bring her down slow at night. We don't let her touch the ground. And we hold it upright. So on second thought, son, I do like to brag. We're mighty proud of that ragged old flag. I know a lot of you guys have been through a lot. I've been through a lot more. Those of us that aren't veterans can't imagine. I play in a band, and the next to the last song we play that every time we're out is this one right here. It's Words to Live By. I'm only human. I'm just a person. Lord, help me believe in all I can be and know that I am. Show me the stairway I have to climb, Lord, for my sake. all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Show me the way, help me, I pray, one day at a time. Do you remember when you walked among men? Well, Jesus, you know, if you're looking below, it's worse now than then. Pushing and shoving, violence and crime. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Show me the way, help me, I pray, one day at a time. Yeah, show me the way, help me, I pray, one day at a time. Mary, can you hear someplace? It's kind of dark. I can't hear. She comes down. Let's give Mary Rose another big hand. She does a perfect job, doesn't she?
You know, I don't know about you. Oops, am I on? Should I switch? Do you want me to go there? Am I here? Am I on? I do. Do you want me to switch?
Shut up. I don't know about you, but I feel really, 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 really energized. And I feel, I just want to say, I feel so much that when we do things like this, when we reflect on somebody going across the country to help others, isn't that what we're like? That really is I think it's probably a hallmark of people everywhere, but I don't live everywhere. And I know that it's definitely a hallmark of us people here in America, isn't it? We really help each other. And I feel so energized by this whole event, the whole idea of coming together to help someone who has been hurt. And for all the right reasons. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They've stood up for us, they've been hurt. And we're not the type of people that just look to the side. So what a great event. I feel like I want to live my life better. I just feel better today. And then I'm going to do a better job of reaching out to people in little ways wherever I can. And when we reach out in little ways together, it ends up being so huge. So we hope that we understand that the riders are coming. And is it July 9th? Am I right?
Here the 8th.
Oh, here the 8th. Okay, they're going to be July 8th, right? And so they're on their way heading across the country. And kind of this event, I mean, there's a lot of awareness now about them coming, right? It's really building. And let's just hope that we all go forth from here today. And let's hope that everybody else who kind of sees the advertisements for this just gets their heart stirred a little bit to just give a little bit. And man, when we give together, everything is just better. It's so much more blessed. I was blessed to know two kids from my town who enlisted in 2003, and they were buddies. And in 2004, we got the terrible news that one of them had died while they were serving in Iraq. And 3 weeks later, his buddy also died. And you know, we're not the only town that had that experience. And we're not the only, it's happened all across our nation. And we have grieved and we care about those families, the friendships, all the people that they come from, their veteran friends. We'll never know, but I just gotta say it. We'll never know, you guys who've served. We don't know. We won't know. All that you bear, more than we know. But we at least want you to know that we bear with you as much as we can and help us to know what we can do better. Because we are those kind of people, we want to help one another out. This song is written to honor all those who served and those who have fallen in the service. It's Unsung Hero. Can I get this up just a little bit more? And the guitar up a little bit. Thank you. In a warm and friendly town, the kind of people can be found. Pick you up when you are down and spend their time helping other lives succeed, giving hope in times of need. And though they are, they may not seem to be a hero, an unsung hero. There are those who do their all for their country when she calls, unafraid to stand or fall for those they love, rising up in times of need, leaving home and family, living out their call to be another hero, an unsung hero, serving God and country each and every day, giving up their lives in unsung ways. He was strong and he was brave, and he gave his life away in a cause that some would say a waste of time. But he lived what he believed, became a fine and proud Marine, and in his life and death I've seen another hero, an unsung hero. Many sons and daughters going overseas, risking their young lives for you and me. There are people every day who give their heart and soul away, though they never think they play a major part. But when I look at them and see the many ways they're touching me, and I'm glad there lives to be the unsung hero, the unsung hero. People all around us, people every day, building up our lives in unsung ways. In a stunned and saddened town, finding solace in their bond of common love. And in their darkest time of need, turn to faith in things unseen. Called on God and sadly grieved, an unsung hero. Their unsung hero. I know up in heaven there will come a day when all the unsung heroes hear God say, unsung hero, welcome home. Now your time on earth is done, and it'll finally be made known for all to see. And we'll gather on that day when our tears are wiped away. We will hear our Father say, you are a hero. And we are a people that live in a nation that has never been afraid to call on a God whom we hope is there. Some of us believe is there, and some have been lucky enough to say they even know that God is there. And so with that, we're going to be ourselves. And I love to be able to sing at veteran events because you can do that. You're never afraid to say that they call on God in real ways and hope for things that aren't there. So we're going to close today with standing up, please. We're going to sing this portion, and then we're going to get to the raffle, of course. So we're going to close. So stand up and we'll sing God Bless America. Can you stand up? God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with your light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you for coming. Keep turning out to the things that involve all things veteran. Let's give of our hearts, let's give of our time, let's give of our pocketbooks, and may that overflow and be such a blessing to those that it's meant to touch.
Any time in my life that I thought I would take and get on a bicycle and ride across the country. I'd have a hard time thinking I'd get on a bicycle and ride a mile. But they did it. And just think of what their parents the faith they have in those children to go do that. Now yesterday, they said they had a tough day. They rode 112 miles in 100-degree temperature with a headwind. They said they couldn't get over 15 miles an hour, which is quite a contrast from when they came down the east side of the road to the sun in Glacier. They were doing 51.5, they said, miles an hour down there. So 15 is a little slower. It was a long day, but they got to share the road with some wildlife. It was full of rattlesnakes. And they had pictures on it. So they're going to be here, and there's going to be events here on the 8th. So come and support those kids, and support them here.
Order, ready, recover.